Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, how has your absence felt? And this is from the person who is on your mind. In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different number and stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so how has your absence felt? And this is the person who is on your mind. Okay, so when looking at these cards, what comes to me is it's possible for some of you who chose group number 1 that your person could be a fire sign, but they don't have to be. I'm getting the impression that they're really trying to be strong without you in their life, is what comes to me when looking at these cards. And I see them wanting to really do their best to heal and move on. Like, really, just be that strong individual that they know that they can be, and they're trying to be happy, even without you, is what I'm seeing. For some of you, this person might have cut off from you on social media. Okay, I'm just getting like a disconnect. Online in particular is coming through. So you guys, you could have been friends once and now you're not. And even for some of you, I feel like one of you blocked each other. Okay, there's just like minimal access to each other. Honestly, I get the impression that them checking out your social media while not being with you just made them feel like they got their heart broken all over again. Like seeing you happy or appear like you're happy without them. And I feel like you feel the same way, even if you weren't the one to unfriend them. There was so much joy in this connection. I'm getting that with the yellows surrounding these 2 cards. And it's like now you're both in a place where it's like you're coming to terms with not being with this person. I do feel like there is still like a bit of hope, but it's like you're both like wanting to be this strong individual that you know that you are, and really just go all out in life and be happy, even with this person not in your life. Okay, so the song that came to me was The Heart of the Matter by Don Henley. And the lyrics in particular are, I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my will gets weak and my thoughts seem to scatter. But I think it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. I'm learning to live without you, but I miss you, baby. Okay. So, yeah, I was definitely picking up on the impression that this person is trying to live without you now, but they can't help but still feel like that pull, that draw to you, like they still miss you. And also with the lyrics, like when he says, I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter. So it's like in between, like, this is just somebody who's trying to get through, like what was the heart of this all? And with forgiveness, it's like, forgiving both of your parts in this, that it didn't happen the way that you both wanted it to. It's like their way of healing and dealing with this and moving on is what comes to me. But, it hasn't been easy. Like he says, my will gets weak, my thoughts seem to scatter, but I'm trying to get to the heart of the matter. It's like it was the love that mattered. I do see, though, that, them diving at the heart of the matter, like you both mattered to each other more than you realized. And that's what he means, like getting past all any words that were said, any hurt feelings. Even with the forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore, I do feel like you both still have You do still care for each other. Okay, so the thing about this person is they like to remain like they're unfazed by anything. So I feel like you guys, it's going to be like a little bit of a shock to realize that they felt this loss deeply, okay? Like it hit them. They're just always wanting to remain, like they want to come across like they are unaffected by things, okay? They're a very ambitious, goal-oriented person who wants to carry on like with or without someone is what I'm seeing. And the pride that they have is going to make it to where they don't admit it, okay? Or if they do and you don't respond in a way that's like, I want to make things right now, like they're going to act like they never brought it up, okay? And that's just like their own like protective way of being is what I'm getting at. But don't let that fool you. Just because a person is able to come across like they are unfazed does not mean they don't feel it, because I feel like this person definitely, even though they can have a poker face, they felt it. Okay. And that's actually what's driving them to come across even more like they're unaffected. And, you know, if you do happen to be able to see their social media, if they have it, they're probably posting more, you know, like, oh, look at me, you know, look what I'm accomplishing. And in a way, it's not like to just get attention. I'm getting more so it's to help them get over it, move on, be strong. Okay. That's what I'm getting at. But again, going back to the heart of the matter, this person, honestly, they did have love for you and they did care deeply. And overall, like they do care. This is just their way of moving, carrying on, basically. Like there is always that little glimmer of hope, you know? I feel like you both mirror this. Like you had love for them, you cared deeply. But like you're moving on too, you know? Both of you have this like, I gotta be just as happy with or without you in my life, you know. There is always that little bit of cracked door. Like you both kind of have the door a little bit cracked just in case like that person wants to come through is what I'm seeing. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to anytime. You can email me your questions and choose a payment option in Linktree. The information is in the description box, or you can find it in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so how has your absence felt? Okay, so when looking at these 2 cards, I get the impression that it was like you and this person who's on your mind were like on top of the world when things were going great. And then I feel like abruptly there was a shift between you guys with this card flipped. And like you went from being like what each other, you know, like you 2 thought each other were it at one point, like you could see a future with each other, to all of a sudden, you know, it's like you're friends, if you can even call it that, you know what I'm saying? And like even like strangers is like the feeling I'm getting. And so this person, if they were the one who shifted, they felt it. Okay, they felt the shock of 1 minute feeling like you were in their life and now you're not. Even if, like I said, like they were like the reason. I'm getting for a lot of you, like this person was the one who shifted and you felt like you had no choice but to break it off, even if you didn't want to. And for others of you, it could be reversed, okay? It is a general reading, so take what fits your scenario. Either way, there was a shift between you guys that felt like the rug got ripped out from under you. And yet, like, there's still all this connectedness with the Knight of Cups here. It's like you 2 still had that intense connection, even if there was no communication, even if you guys don't see each other, even if you're not friends on social media anymore. Like, none of that matters. No time or space matters for this connection. And the song that hit me with this is I Wish It Would Rain by Phil Collins. Okay, so I'm going to read the lyrics first and then tell you what came to me in regards to the lyrics. I never meant to see you again, but I only passed by as a friend. All this time I was staying out of sight. I started wondering why. Ooh, now I wish it would rain down on me. Okay, and he repeats that 4 times. You said you didn't need me in your life. I guess you were right. I never meant to cause you no pain. Looks like I did it again. Though your hurt is gone, mine's hanging on inside. I know it's eating me through. It's eating me through every day and night. I'm just waiting on your sign. Cause I know I never meant to cause you no pain. And I realize I let you down. But I know in my heart of hearts, I know I'm never gonna hold you again. Okay. Okay, so when he says, I never meant to see you again, but I only passed by as a friend. Okay, so it's possible for some of you two actually have ran into each other since not being together. And for others of you, that's just them saying like, wow, like I went from being the person, that you were in a relationship with or whatever connection you guys had, even if you didn't have a label, to being a friend. And it's just like really feeling the brunt of that, like the difference. Although I'm really getting though for a lot of you, you either have seen this person or a friend of each other, some kind of like in-person thing, because it says all this time I stayed out of sight. I started wondering why. So this person, either way, they have dreamt of running into you. Okay. They feel like that would like be the most organic way to start something with you versus like messaging or calling you is what I'm getting. Ooh, now I know I wish it would rain down on me. That's just like when it rains, it pours, right? And rain can also be like this cleansing mechanism and just, it's a healing thing, So that's what I gather from that. You said you didn't need me in your life. I guess you were right. Okay, so that's them like perceiving that you seem to have moved on. You must be happy, or wouldn't you reach out to them? That's like what they're thinking. And yeah, it just makes them feel even more sad that like they're not with you. I never meant to cause you no pain. Looks like I did it again. So this person's trying to say like they are taking responsibility, like they do acknowledge their part in that they played in this, or they feel like they messed up. But they're also trying to let you know that it wasn't done intentionally, like they didn't mean to hurt you. Though your hurt is gone. Okay, that's them feeling like it must be. Mine's hanging on inside. It's eating me through. It's eating me through every day, night. So they're saying like they are way more hurt than you probably realize. They're way more hurt than they ever let on or that they would ever admit. I'm just waiting on your sign. Okay, so this person, even if you're not friends on social media or you guys blocked each other, I get the impression that they have a way of seeing, like if you do have it. Like, and they do look for signs like, are you happy without them? Like, do you miss them? Is there any sign of any of it, Even though social media is not the best gauge for that because people only reveal what they want people to see. But nonetheless, they try. Because I know I never meant to cause you no pain. And I realize I let you down. So again, they repeated that, or repeating that they acknowledge, like, even if they never told you sorry or, took responsibility in person with you or in message, it's like they do realize it. And I realize I let you down, but I know in my heart of hearts, I'm never going to hold you again. Okay, so that is honestly currently what they feel, but I'm getting the impression though, for some of you, that's not even necessarily true, okay? Like, I do feel like you two could still come together. Like, we do end this here with the Knight of Cups, so it's possible. If you and this person had a heart-to-heart conversation, that this is salvageable. But, for others of you, it could be over. It's a general reading, so it could go either way. So there is a part of them that feels like I know this is over and I just have to learn from this. Like, they take this heartbreak as a learning experience. They definitely do compare others to you, though. They're like, you are that person that they feel like got away. You were like this special gem to this person. And they felt so on top of the world when they were with you. I do see, though, that they were a bit careless with this, okay? For some of you, this person was not as emotionally mature as you. I do feel like, though, especially if this was a bit longer ago, for some of you, that this person really has, like, grown up and would be more ready for something real. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to anytime. You can send me your questions through email and choose a payment option on Linktree. All that information is in the description box. You can also find it in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so how has your absence felt? Okay, so when looking at these cards, what comes to me instantly is this person is coming across, the person on your mind, like they are filled with regret as far as this connection not going the way that you both wanted it to go. Okay, and I feel like they feel that, deep down, like they notice it, they acknowledge it, they have wallowed in it, wanting to make things right with you. I'm not necessarily getting any actual concrete action from them, though. Like they feel like, wow, like it's probably too late. But I mean, there is a part of them that always kind of thinks, what if, and holds on to a bit of hope. I feel like you both kind of do that. But overall, you're both kind of looking at reality the way that it is. And you're like, well, that happened. So time to move on, as much as I wanted this to work, it didn't. So, okay, the song that came to me in regards to this connection is Buck Cherry's Sorry. I only chose the lyrics that stood out to my mind, even though I would check out the whole song. Oh, I have a lot to say. I was thinking on my time away. I miss you and things weren't the same. 'Cause everything inside, it never comes out right. I'm sorry you're bad, I'm sorry you're blue. I'm sorry about all the things I said to you, and I know I can't take it back. Okay. So I crossed out the "you're bad." Like that lyric didn't make sense in this case because it isn't about you. Like, yes, you both could have played a part in it, but this person is definitely coming across like they realize their part in this and they're like, oh man, like they're like, I messed up and I didn't mean to, but I feel like it's too late, like that kind of feeling. So they're trying to say, like, I have a lot to say. I was thinking on my time away, okay, now that you guys aren't, in communication, or if you are, it's like here or there, not really getting to the bottom of what you two want to say. They miss you, and things aren't the same. Not sure why that's in past tense in the song. Unless they mean like towards the end, it just wasn't the same. Because everything inside, it never comes out right. Okay, so it's like kind of like, when things go down between people. It's like that's like when it's most crucial to like communicate as clearly as possible, like what it is that bothers you and, just like have that heart-to-heart conversation. But it's like when emotions get caught up, it's like, people don't tend to say what it is that they really want to say. So it's like instead of actually getting somewhere, it just comes across as kind of like people just talking out of hurt, you know. And then both people are like more likely to just cut off from each other, even if that's not what they really want, is what I'm getting at. And that's what this person's acknowledging. Like they've realized like, oh, like I didn't say what, it's like words were lost in translation, you know? And they're acknowledging like, I'm sorry you went through this. I'm sorry about all the things I said to you. Like, especially if feelings got hurt, you know, and they say, I know I can't take it back. Okay, well, that might be for some of you. Like, if they did say something that you're just like, yeah, you know, you can't come back from that. But for others of you, I'm getting more like, even if things were said that were hurtful, I do feel like if you both knew that each other was sorry, you could bounce back from that, okay? And then others of you, I'm not even getting necessarily that you guys said anything that was hurtful. It's just like something wasn't said and you two disconnected from this connection, thinking that it's over, you know? So this is them acknowledging like this hasn't been easy for them. They're sorry about their part in it. And honestly, I feel like they realize like communicating what exactly needs to be communicated is definitely like a process for people, you know? Like you learn as you go along. Even if you feel like you're a good communicator, it's almost like you can always like, just like, you know, when it comes to relationships, it's easy to not say what you really mean, you know? So that's this person acknowledging that. And they do want you to know, like, they care deeply for you and that they're feeling this. They're feeling your absence. And they do constantly wonder about you. And like, what if? They wonder, how are you doing? Are you happy without them? Do you miss them? Would you ever want to make it right? I do get you two felt this deeply with the moon card here. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can anytime. Email me your questions and choose a payment option on Linktree. All that information is in the description box, or you can find it in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.